Have you ever looked in the mirror lately and felt like you're looking at a stranger? The man staring back at you has the wisdom of years in his eyes, but perhaps the fire, the drive you once took for granted, feels distant, fainter. Many men I speak with, men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, share this feeling in the quiet confidence of my office. They tell me it's not just about physical performance. It's a deeper feeling of being disconnected from the man they've always known themselves to be. And in that quiet search for answers, for a way to feel whole again, many of you have stumbled upon promises on the internet. You've heard whispers about simple, almost forgotten remedies. One that comes up again and again is castor oil. You've likely seen the claims that this simple, inexpensive oil can unlock blood flow, restore sensation, and bring back a sense of manhood you thought was gone forever. It's a powerful promise. It's tempting. But my duty to you is not to offer you what's tempting, but to provide you with the truth. So today, we're going to put castor oil under the microscope. We will walk through the claims one by one, separating medical fact from fiction. And I promise you, by the end of our conversation, you will not only understand what this oil can and cannot do, but you'll also have a clear, evidence-based roadmap to reclaiming the vitality that is rightfully yours. Let's begin. The big claim: castor oil for male vitality. The central promise of castor oil therapy is that applying it topically can directly address the core physical issues that lead to changes in the sexual function. The claims are often broken down into a few key areas, so let's examine them with a calm, scientific eye. The first and most powerful claim is about blood flow. Proponents suggest that castor oil, when applied to the lower abdomen and genital area, can penetrate deep into the tissues and dilate blood vessels, increasing circulation right where you need it most. One patient in a video I saw, Robert, felt his body was remembering how it's supposed to work after this therapy. This sounds fantastic. A strong erection, at its core, is a matter of healthy blood flow. As we age, our blood vessels can become less flexible, a bit like old garden hoses, and this impacts circulation everywhere, including the penis. So what's the reality here? Castor oil's active compound is ricinoleic acid. Medical studies have confirmed that this acid has anti-inflammatory properties. This is not in dispute. However, the leap from being an anti-inflammatory to a potent vasodilator, something that dramatically opens up blood vessels for erectile function, is a significant one. As of today, there are no major clinical trials published in reputable medical journals that demonstrate castor oil, when applied to the skin, can reverse erectile dysfunction by increasing blood flow. The kind of robust blood flow needed for a firm, lasting erection is controlled by a complex system of hormones, nerves, and cardiovascular health, a system that is unlikely to be fundamentally changed by a topical oil. So, on the claim of being a primary solution for erectile dysfunction via blood flow, the evidence simply isn't there. Inflammation and scar tissue, a more nuanced look. Now, the next claim is that castor oil can soften fibrotic tissue or internal scar plaques. Some men develop a condition called Peyronie's disease, where scar tissue can cause painful erections or a curvature. More commonly, men just experience a sense of things being tight or less elastic over time, which can be caused by low-grade chronic inflammation. This is where the conversation gets more interesting. Given its proven anti-inflammatory properties, it is plausible that castor oil could help soothe surface-level irritation and calm some minor inflammatory responses in the soft tissues and skin. I recently spoke with a patient, let's call him Arthur. Arthur is 67, an avid cyclist his whole life. He didn't have erectile dysfunction, but he complained of constant, low-level chafing and discomfort in the pelvic area, a feeling of irritation that never fully went away. He wasn't looking for a miracle, he just wanted some relief. On my advice, he started using a warm castor oil pack on the area a few nights a week as part of his winding down routine. He reported back that it didn't change his performance, but it did significantly reduce the feeling of irritation. The skin felt more supple and the discomfort eased. For him, it was a valuable tool for comfort and skin health. So think of castor oil here not as a tool to break down significant internal scar tissue that requires medical intervention, but as a potential way to soothe external inflammation and improve skin elasticity, which can contribute to overall comfort. Nerve sensation, a bridge too far. The third major claim is that castor oil can reactivate nerve function and restore lost sensation. This is a deeply emotional topic. For many men, the loss of sensation is even more distressing than the mechanical difficulties. It's a loss of connection, of pleasure. Nerve function is incredibly complex. A decline in sensation is often linked to underlying medical conditions like diabetes, circulatory problems, or hormonal changes that affect the nervous system over many years. While some proponents claim castor oil can support nerve repair, these claims are largely anecdotal and are not supported by robust scientific evidence. The idea that a topical oil can regenerate or reactivate deep nerves in a significant, measurable way is, from a medical standpoint, highly unlikely. True nerve recovery involves managing the underlying disease that is causing the damage in the first place. This brings me to a crucial point, illustrated by the story of a man named Walter. Walter is a 68-year-old retired history teacher, a brilliant man. He came to me feeling defeated. For over a year, his intimacy with his wife of 40 years had dwindled. He felt a profound sense of shame, as if he were failing her. Before seeing me, he had spent months trying the castor oil therapy he saw online. Every night, he would perform the ritual, praying for a miracle. He told me that for the first few weeks, he thought it was working. He felt a flicker of hope. But the core problem remained. The morning erections didn't return, and the moments of intimacy were still fraught with anxiety. The hope he had placed in that bottle of oil curdled into an even deeper disappointment. When we finally ran a full checkup, the real culprits were revealed: undiagnosed high blood pressure and borderline type 2 diabetes. These conditions were quietly damaging his blood vessels and nerves, making erections difficult. Walter's story is a powerful lesson. Relying on an unproven treatment didn't just fail to solve his problem, it delayed him from discovering the real problem. Those were months he could have spent getting his blood pressure and blood sugar under control, the very things that would make a real, lasting difference. The danger of false hope is that it steals time. So, if castor oil isn't the magic bullet, what is? What is the real path to restoring your vitality? It isn't a secret, and it doesn't come in a bottle. It's a strategy built on a foundation of proven science and unwavering self-respect. It has two main parts. First, you must build your house on bedrock. The bedrock of your sexual health is your overall cardiovascular health. You don't need to become a marathon runner, but you do need to move. A brisk 30-minute walk most days of the week can significantly improve erectile function by keeping your blood vessels healthy and flexible. Think of your diet. The Mediterranean diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, fish, and healthy fats like olive oil, has been scientifically shown to improve erectile function. It's not about punishment, it's about fueling your body with premium-grade fuel, just as you would a classic car you cherish. And do not underestimate sleep. It is the unsung hero. Getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night can dramatically lower your testosterone levels. Your body repairs and recharges during sleep. Prioritizing it is non-negotiable. The second part of the strategy involves medically proven pathways. Once your lifestyle foundation is in place, there are excellent, safe, and effective medical treatments. Oral medications like sildenafil, Viagra, or tadalafil, Cialis, have helped millions of men. Let's be clear, these are not performance enhancers or party drugs. They are legitimate medical treatments for a real medical condition, and they work by improving blood flow in a way that is scientifically validated. For some men, the issue is genuinely low testosterone. A simple blood test can determine this. If so, testosterone replacement therapy under a doctor's supervision can be life-changing, improving not just sexual function, but also energy, mood, and muscle mass. All of these proven paths start in the same place, a conversation with your doctor. I know this can be hard. Studies show that over 2/3 of men with ED have never once mentioned it to their physician. But your doctor is a professional. They are there to help you, not to judge you. This conversation is the single most powerful step you can take. So, to bring it all back, where does something like castor oil fit into this picture? Think of it this way. The lifestyle changes and medical treatments are the powerful, reliable engine of your car. They are what make it run. Castor oil? At best, it's a bit of wax and polish for the exterior. It might help the skin feel more comfortable. It might soothe some minor surface irritation, and the ritual of applying it might feel like a positive act of self-care. There's no harm in that, but it is not the engine. It will not fix what's happening on the inside. And this brings me to my final and most important point. It's about how you see yourself. You are not broken. You are not a machine that has worn out. You are a man who is navigating a new chapter of his life. Your body at 60 or 70 isn't the same as it was at 25, and it was never meant to be. The goal isn't to turn back the clock. It's to learn how to master the incredible instrument you have right now. This is about trading false hope for real knowledge, trading shame for action, trading silence for a conversation. So what is your next step? It is not to go online and buy a bottle of oil. Your first, most powerful step is to schedule a full, honest physical examination with your doctor. Get your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and your testosterone levels checked. That is where the real journey to reclaiming your vitality begins. You've earned the wisdom of your years. Now it's time to apply that wisdom to your own well-being. You deserve to feel confident, connected, and whole. Thank you for joining me today.